Good morning, students. I welcome you all to the 22nd session of the Advanced Financial Management. This is Padmavati, Assistant Professor of Management from Government First Grade College, Devanahalli. Today, let's see some more problems based on weighted average cost of capital. The outcome of this session is to make you able to calculate the cost of capital based on the weights. In the previous session also we have seen some more problems based on weighted average cost of capital. Today we'll see some more problems on this. The first problem goes like this. ABC Company Limited wishes to raise additional finance of rupees 20 lakh for meeting its investment plans. It has 4,20,000 in the form of retained earnings available for investment purpose. The following details are as follows. Debt equity mix 30:70, that is, it has to raise the capital in the ratio of 30:70, and cost of debt up to rupees 3,60,000 is 10%, and cost of debt beyond 3,60,000 is 16%. Earnings per share is 4, dividend payout is 50% of earnings, that is 2. Expected growth rate of dividend is 10%. The dividend rate will go on increasing by 10% every year. Current market price of the share, so currently trading and market is 44 rupees and tax rate is 50%. You are required to calculate the pattern of raising the additional finance, how you are going to raise, what is the pattern, how much is equity, how much is debt that you have to calculate, and then determine the post-tax average cost of additional cost, determine the cost of retained earnings and cost of equity. Then we need to compute the overall weighted average after-tax cost of additional finance. So for first question, the solution is pattern for raising the additional finance. The requirement is 20 lakhs. How we are going to raise? That is 30% debtors, 30% debt, that is 30% of 20 lakhs is 6 lakh and 70% of 20 lakh is 14 lakh. Second question, the pattern of financing with cost. With cost means what is the cost? That is debt 3,60,000. There is different slabs for a different amount. So debt 3,60,000, that is 10%, and debt for 2,40,000 is 16%. Total we are raising 6 lakh, 3,60,000 for 10% and 2,40,000 for 16%. And in company there is retained earnings, that is 4,20,000. So after deducting 6 lakh debt, 14 lakh is to be raised. In that 4,20,000 is retained earnings. So the remaining to be raised through equity is 9,80,000. Next, post-tax average cost of additional debt. That is, we need to calculate after-tax cost of debt. The formula is KD into 1 minus T. So 3,60,000 at 10% is 36,000 interest and 2,40,000 at 16% is 38,400. So total interest is 74,400. We need to calculate the average cost, that is 74,400 interest divided by 6 lakh, that is 12.4%. So post-tax, after-tax cost of debt is 12.4 into 1 minus T, that is tax rate is 50%. So after-tax cost of debt is 6.2%. Cost of retained earnings, formula is same of equity, that is D dividend divided by current price of the share plus G, that is dividend payout ratio is 50% of rupees 4, earning per share is 4 rupees. In that 50% is paid as dividend, that is 2 per share, growth rate being 10%. Hence at the end of the year dividend will be 2 plus 10%, that is 10% of 2 is 0.2. So 2 plus 0.2 is 2.2. Cost of retained earnings is 2.2 divided by 44, that is market price, plus growth rate in dividend is 0.1, that is 10%. So 0.05 plus 10% is 15%. So weighted average cost of capital is debt 6 lakh, retained earnings 4,20,000, equity 9,80,000. We need to calculate the proportion, that is 6 lakh divided by 20 lakh into 100, 4,20,000 divided by 20 lakh into 100, 9,80,000 divided by 20 lakh into 100. So we'll get proportion 30, 21, 49, that is equal to 100. After tax cost, we have already calculated debt, it is 6.2%, retained earnings is 15% and equity is also 15%. So to calculate weighted average cost of capital, its formula is product of proportion into after tax cost, that is 30 into 6.2 divided by 100, 21 into 15 divided by 100, 49 into 15 divided by 100. So the total is 12.36, that is weighted average cost of capital. Problem number 2. Following is the summary of balance sheet of ABC Company Limited as on 31st December 2019. Equity share capital 2 lakh, that is 20,000 shares of 10 each. 8% debentures, reserves and surplus is 1 lakh 30. 8% debentures 1 lakh 70,000. Short-term loans, that is trade creditors are there and short-term loans is given. Fixed assets, investments and current assets are given. You are required to calculate the weighted average cost of capital using balance sheet valuation, that is balance sheet valuation. The following additional information is also given, that is 8% debentures were issued at par. All interest payments are up to date and dividend is currently 12%. Short-term loans carries interest at 18%. The rate of tax for the company may be taken at 50%. So solution, calculation of cost of equity. So equity share capital is 2 lakh, reserves and surplus is 1 lakh 30,000. So total is 3 lakh 30,000. So we need to calculate what is the value per share, that is book value per share. The formula is total equity, that is 3 lakh 30,000 divided by number of shares, that is 20,000. So it comes to 16.5%, 16.50. Equity dividend per share, that is 12%, that is 12 divided by 100 into 10, that is 1.2. Cost of equity is 1.2, that we have calculated equity dividend per share, divided by 16.50 is book value per share, that is 1.2 divided by 16.50 into 100 is 7.273. Then we need to calculate weighted average cost of capital. Equity funds, that is 3 lakh 30,000, debenture is 1 lakh 70,000, total is 5 lakh. Before tax cost is 7.273 and debenture is 8%. After tax cost it remains same here. In debentures it is 4%. Weighted average cost is here 3 lakh 30,000 into 7.273% is 24,000. 1 lakh 70,000 into 4 is 6,800. I have not taken here proportion, directly I have taken the product of amount into after tax cost. So this is 30,800. Now we need to take the proportion, that is weighted average cost of capital is 30,000 divided by 800 divided by 5 lakh into 100 is 6.16%. Problem number 3. AVS company wishes to raise additional finance of 10 lakh for meeting its investment plans. It has 2 lakh 10,000 in the form of retained earnings available for investment purpose, and the following further details are given. Debt equity mix ratio is 30:70. Cost of debt up to 1,80,000 is 10. Beyond 1,80,000 is 16. Earning per share is 4. Dividend payout is 50% of earnings, that is 2 rupees. Expected growth rate in dividend is 10%. Current market price per share is 44. Tax rate is 50%. We need to calculate here the pattern for raising the additional finance, post-tax average cost of additional debt, cost of retained earnings and cost of equity, and overall weighted average cost of capital. That is, amount to be raised is 10 lakh. A solution, debentures and equity mix is 30:70. That is, to be raised is debt debenture is 3 lakh and equity is 7 lakh. Already the company is having retained earnings. That is, from 7 lakh, 2 lakh 10,000 is deducted, that is retained earnings. So new equity capital to be raised is 4 lakh 90,000. So the pattern is this one, 4 lakh 90,000 equity, retained earnings 2 lakh 10,000, debt at 10% because 2 slab rates are given. At 1 lakh 80,000 is raised at 10% and the remaining 1 lakh 20,000 is raised at 16%. So the total capital to be raised is 10 lakh. Now we need to calculate the post average cost of additional debt. Before tax cost of debt beyond 1 lakh 80,000 is 16%. Up to 1 lakh 80,000 is 10% they have given. After tax cost of debt beyond 1 lakh 80,000 16%. After tax it will be 8%. So after tax cost of debt of rupees 1 lakh 20,000 into 8%. That is after cost of debt of rupees 1 lakh 20,000 means 1 lakh 80,000 for different, and after beyond 1 lakh 80,000 is to be raised is 1 lakh 20,000 into 8% 9,600. So cost of debt, interest on debt is of 3 lakh is 9,000. That is 10% of one it is up to 1 lakh 80,000 is 10%. So 10% means before tax it is, after tax it is 5%. So 5% of 1 lakh 80,000 is 9,000 plus 1 lakh 20,000 into 8%, that is 9,600. So the total is 18,600. Thus, average cost of additional debt is 18,600 divided by 3 lakh is 6.2%. Cost of retained earnings. Earning per share is 4. The dividend is paid at 50%, that is 2 rupees. So cost of equity is 2.2. Why we need to take 2.2 is dividend is 2 and growth rate is 10% of this. That is 10% means it is 2.2 divided by 44 is market price per share plus 10% again for the next year, that is 15% it will be. So computation of weighted average cost of capital after tax cost of additional capital, that is 3 lakh. Equity plus retained earnings is 7 lakh. So proportion is 3 lakh divided by 10 lakh into 100 is 30. 7 lakh divided by 10 lakh into 100 is 70. After tax cost, that is 6.2 and this is 15%. So 30 into 6.2 divided by 100 is 1.86. 70 into 50 divided by 100 is 10.50. So total is 12.36. So these are the problems based on weighted average cost of capital. You have seen 3 problems, which are how we need to calculate the weighted average cost of capital. Thank you.